For the first time in 2020, a major controversy has hit the channel. We turn it over now to the comment section for the official question. Run good laugh? Did you fake the Kylian Mbappe reaction a couple of days ago? You mean the Mbappe rookie that I found in the quarter box at the card show last Saturday? Don't repeat the question, you lying scum. Did you or did you not know that that card was in that stack of cards? Look, I'm not trying to stir up drama, but let's just say I sort of had a hunch. Listen here, you scum. You're about 2 seconds away from 4,000 people unsubscribing to your channel. You're about to go back to 19 views even when you're busting 2020 Prizm football. Alright, so for real, let's come clean. When I bought that stack of soccer cards from that quarter box, that 4-row, I did not know that that card was in that pile. I took that whole stack and I set it on top of my stack of baseball, football, and basketball that I had taken out of the other rows in the box. So when I left the show, I had no clue. But when I was prepping about 5 minutes before I started the video, I saw the chevron on the side of the card and I saw a little piece of the half. I did not see the full card, but I had a pretty good idea that that card was in the bottom of the stack. Let's go to the overhead camera and I'm going to show you exactly what I saw. Alright, and so before we get to the financial portion of this video and we figure out how much of this stack of cards is worth, that I paid a quarter each for, let's just go ahead and get the controversy out of the way. I know the comment section was a little upset thinking that the reaction was fake. I believe the reaction was genuine. Now, however, before I was starting that video up, I did spend about 5 minutes just prepping the boxes and all of my other pickups in order and getting those mystery packs on the bottom. I basically had to reshuffle some cards between the two boxes, and in doing that, I did have to shuffle this box from the one box to the other box. Now, I did not look at any of the cards in the stack, but as I was moving them, I saw down here, and now I have the Mbappe, which is right here. I had the Mbappe, I have it in a sleeve now, but as I was doing that, I noticed that there were some blue chevrons right here. You can see along the side, and let me move these out of the way. But you can see what I'm talking about. The chevrons are the colors down the center of the card. And so I saw these three down here in the stack, and I did this, you know, and I saw that, and there was three, and the Mbappe was on top. And so I did this. I looked, I saw that, and I knew what the card was. So 5 minutes before the video, yes, I did, but I did not look at the surface. I literally did this. I didn't, like, do that. I did this. I saw the K. I knew what the card was, and then I just put it there because I genuinely wanted to do a blind reveal. But when I was moving the stack, I saw those blue 3 chevrons, and I thought if there was, let's go ahead and move these out of the way. If there was going to be an Mbappe in that stack, it was going to be in this run of cards right here with the Nishikawa and the Gamboa. So, yes, I did know about 5 minutes before I got into that video. That's why I was nervous. Like, I was pretty sure, like, I was 99.9% sure I had seen the K and the Y. I had seen this. I had seen this card before. Like I said, I flipped it. I flipped a silver Prizm version earlier this year. So, yes. But I do believe that the reaction was genuine in that I will take a lie detector test. I did not know this card was in this stack when I bought it like that. I purchased them a quarter a piece just to put them in my stack with all of my other cards, and came home, and 5 minutes before I shot that video, I did see that it was probably the card I thought it was. I hit record. I was excited throughout the whole video, and you can kind of see my hand shaking just a little bit. So whether or not you want to take that as a true reaction, that was, so basically, yeah, I knew 5 minutes before I shot the video. I was pretty sure the card was in the stack. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk the value of all of the other cards in this stack. Alright, and so let's get started. I've sorted the cards into 3 piles based off value. So we got 4 cards that were worth top loading, some worth putting in a penny sleeve. But let's go ahead and get started over here with this big lot of bulk. And I'll go through all of these cards, but really the most value here is about $4 for a couple of these cards. Otherwise, Most of these are about $1 to $3 range. On some of these, most of them typically fall in that $1 to $2 range. But I'll go ahead, I'll show all of these cards. I hear my wife talking to our cats. I'll go ahead and show all of these cards. Now, the value on this whole stack came to about $80 total. And if anybody out there wants to just pick this stack off of me, otherwise it's just going to go to like ComC or something like that, or I'm just going to try and sell it as a lot. If anybody wants this whole stack of cards that I just showed off, $55 shipped, go ahead, hit me in a DM or an email, rungoodcards@gmail.com if you want it. Going over here, we got this stack, some nice stuff in here actually. So let's go through it. We got about $4, $5, $9 on the Mueller. We've got $5 here on the Modric, $4, $10 here on this Mertens. Did I say that right? Probably not. $5, $4, $3, $6. The Allison only $3. Thought that would be more. $4, $3, $3, $3, $5, and we have $4. Let's see. I think this one's also coming in at $4. All right. So this one's actually pretty nice. So we had comps on this card around $15 for this Hechan. So not too bad. The Hummel's a little disappointing, coming in at only like $6 actually. But I did only get it for a quarter. So I'm not too sad, but I thought that Matt's Hummels was a bigger name. This card coming in at around $4. Again, another $5 card. Another $4 card and a $3 card. So those were my numbered cards on the end. Thought there would be a little more value there, but all in all for this stack, we're looking at about $117. So again, if anybody wants to pick it up off me, because again, this stuff is all just going to go to my ComC account. If anybody wants to pick this lot up off me, $90 shipped. You have my contact details. And lastly, we have 4 cards worth top loading. Coming in at about $20 on this one. Looks pretty nice. I may take a better look at it and see if it's a grading candidate. We got this one at about $25 as well. This one looks a little off-center just from the eye, so I don't think it's a grading candidate. This was the best silver of the bunch. Coming in at around comps of $25 or so. I'm going to take a good look at this one, see if this might be a grading candidate. But let's go ahead and talk about the Mbappe. So I've actually, let me go ahead and grab it out of the top loader. So I've actually looked at it under a magnifying glass, under a jeweler's loupe. The surface is actually really, really good on the front, but as always, there's always got to be an issue, right? And let's see if I can show you. It might not show up on the camera. Basically, what I'm seeing is there is a print line right about there, runs right above the F in France, right above France, basically. And it is a pretty deep print line, so I don't know how that would affect grading, but for that reason, I'm not going to submit it. I was originally going to send it on either a 5-day or a 20-day, probably a 20-day. I've been using KK_sportscards on Instagram. They're great. Really like their service. But unfortunately, that print line is going to mean that probably cannot grade this card. I don't know if that would lower it down to a 9, or it would definitely lower it to a 9, but I don't know if we're approaching 8 territory with a print line on the back like that. But otherwise, the card looks really sharp. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a value of $300 on it. The last one sold raw on eBay for $370. I'm just going to go ahead and say $300 on this card. So all in all, between the $80 lot, the $117 lot, the singles, and the Mbappe, we're looking at about $567 on all of the soccer cards that I picked up in that stack, in that quarter box. Just a total flyer, and now the only reason I grabbed that, we can go back to the card that I found in the $4 box, which was the Ronaldo World Stars from 2014 Prizm, and I didn't know the exact value of this card, but I knew it was worth more than $4, so I bought it. And then when I came across this nice big pocket of Prizm Soccer, again, I just grabbed it all, took it all, and added it to my stack with everything else that I wanted to buy out of that 4-row. And sure enough, like I said, I had a pretty good hunch about 5 minutes before I shot the video that Mbappe was in there. So for those of you that are super upset that it wasn't a true blind reveal, My apologies. I did not mean to deceive anybody. So that's just how it goes. I did want to come clean, let you guys know the truth. I hope you enjoyed the intro. I had fun shooting that. That is going to do it. That's kind of one of my better hits from a local card show, that is. I've had some really good luck at the National. I've been to the National every year since 2016 was my first year, and I've been back every year since. No National this year, obviously. But yeah, that's it. You know, I picked that up just because I had a hunch for that, and I thought maybe this seller did not know soccer, and I guess I was right. That is going to do it. Hope I cleared up any misconceptions. Hope you'll stay subscribed and you don't hate me and I'm not the scum of the earth for the maybe the misinformation on Monday's video. Who knows? That is going to do it. Stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you next time on Down at the Road.